Well, good morning, everyone. Here we are on April the 23rd. It's a beautiful day. We had a beautiful day yesterday. What was so beautiful yesterday was the presence of the Lord. There's nothing sweeter. There's nothing more precious. And as wonderful as the Word is there to get us into the presence. That's the whole purpose. It's our purpose to walk with God in such intimacy, such grace, so beautiful. So sweet, so gentle, and so reassuring. Just incredible. And I'm so thankful. So thankful that we have a dad who wants to spend that kind of time with us, and a Lord who died so that we could have it. So progressing in our reading through the Bible, we're reading through. Well, we're reading a portion of First Chronicles right now, and yeah, the first couple of chapters is a little tough there as we read through the names and the genealogies there. And it is, the genealogies were really important to the Israelites. They had to show, they needed to have proof of what tribe that they belonged to, and there's a lot given here in Chronicles, and that's the purpose of Chronicles. But it's sad to think that after all their meticulous record keeping, it gets to a point where a lot of the genealogies are broken and lost when they go into exile the first time. And throughout the history of Israel has been so rough that they ended up, a lot of them have lost their genealogies. A lot of them, it just breaks. There's no proof. There's no tracing it back at all. And today we have a lot of people who are very interested in their genealogies, and you're interested in their family history, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we know that our genealogy begins and ends with Jesus. We've been birthed through Jesus into the kingdom, by adoption into the Father. And our identity does not rest in our parents. Our identity does not rest in our grandparents or our great-grandparents or our great-great-grandparents, or you can go back as far as you want. Our identity rests in Jesus Christ. That's who we identify with. That's who we get our identity from. And that's important to hold on to, especially as we read through some of these portions of the Old Testament, and we may start to see some value in this that we shouldn't see. This is the history. It's the history of the Jews, and it is interesting for those who want to gain knowledge of these things. But there's not a lot of value for us as we pursue a greater relationship with Jesus Christ, and that's what you need to concentrate on. It's we in the Old Testament, we look for the Father's heart. We look for the things that are important. We look for the commands that we are to follow, that allows us to walk in the righteousness. It reveals the Father's heart. It reveals what pleases Him. And that's what we really study the Old Testament for. It gives us the roots to a lot of things that Jesus taught us. And that's what we're holding on to. So I just want to encourage you in this. Don't be discouraged. Don't think that you need to understand all these genealogies or that you need to memorize them. It's interesting to see where some of these nations have come from. A lot of them coming out from Abraham and his descendants. But interesting. But don't let it affect your day. So you be blessed today. Seek your identity presence. Seek more of that sweetness that we experienced yesterday. And I'm looking forward to us getting together on Wednesday, where we can continue in our experience with God. You be blessed and be used by Him.